back to the show. You are about to learn what Twitterator, Spout, and Trickle are, and they're not what you think.
Oh, they're a hoot suite, all of them, aren't they? Oh, no, they're not. Rick Yaeger joining us, our app man here on the show, to talk about some social media apps. Specifically, we're talking about Twitter stuff. How are you, Rick?
Twitter, it's the big thing, yeah.
It really is the big thing. It's finally caught on. It is finally becoming mainstream, and learning how to use it is the most difficult hurdle for people because it's so simple.
It's a big cocktail party, and you can either sit back and watch, or you can get involved, and that's kind of what I'm showing with these apps today.
And that really is an important element for people, and their understanding and enjoyment of this is the interface that they choose makes a huge difference to what they get out of it.
True. And I'll start with Hootsuite.
Yeah, for sure. And
Rick, I was embarrassed before we started to tell you that I, despite the fact I've been on Twitter for years, am a Luddite, and I use the Twitter app.
Twitter app's
Is that
great.
lame?
No, it's great. It started out as an app called Tweety.
Yes.
So it was a third-party app, and they bought it because it was so good. And now it's free, and it's great.
So tell me if I make a step forward, what I would get out of Hootsuite that I don't get out of the Twitter app.
Huge step forward. You see this in panels, and I get to see my feed. I get to see the people that have mentioned me. I get to see the people that have direct messaged me.
So you get it all on one page instead of having to look around.
And then, but wait, there's more.
So you can add.
You can add them. You can any of your lists you can put there, so you can follow your lists without going to another page.
Searches or hashtags you can add on there as well.
Searches and hashtags, your favorites, and you can schedule tweets. You can also control multiple Twitter accounts. You can control your Facebook account, your LinkedIn, all of those.
Yeah, and it sounds complicated to people, and I understand that because they hear all these things, but once you get it set up, that's the beauty of it. It's seamless and it's nice and simple.
Start small, start slow, and eventually build your
stuff. We're talking about Hootsuite, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Start small.
And what is next?
Next is more for the general user, Twitterator.
Sounds dirty. So what is Twitterator?
Twitterator, another Twitter app, and I like it because it uses multiple windows that really kind of theme what it is you're doing. I've got my feed on the left, but on the right I have my direct messages.
So they look like a little mailbox?
They look like a mailbox, and I know I'm using a direct message, and like
You're not going to tweet out naked picture of your boobies to someone?
No, not my boobies.
No, you'd never do that.
No. And then you've got your messages, you've got the trends.
And you can see down, if you look down at the bottom, sorry, if you take the trends off.
Right.
If you look down at the bottom, you can see the different windows that Rick is opening at the bottom. So a really simple interface as well.
Yeah, so you can see trending topics, you can see them in Vancouver. And you can see what's going on here. Sarah Burke, of course, is in there.
Yeah, of course. Get well, Sarah.
And you can do your searches. You can search for Urban Rush and then save that search. And
yes, you will.
Can we do a quick search for Michael Eckford as a jerk face? See what comes out.
Okay, and let's look at the next one. Spout?
Let's look at Trickle first.
Trickle.
Trickle and Spout do the same kind of thing. They kind of turn Twitter into a stock ticker. So this is the stand back and watch the action kind of Twitter interaction.
Sidine, Adler, and Hodgson for Canucks.
Yeah, buddy.
Very exciting stuff. So
if you look at Spout, it does this in a more dynamic way.
Yeah, the Juice Man and the Hat Man. Yeah, Urban Rush today.
But it has a really...
it makes the tweets exciting.
It does.
It really does.
So you can just set up your iPad on your desk on a little easel. And
does it change it, or do you manually change when you want to see
make it like a slideshow.
You can change it yourself if you like.
Yeah.
Wow.
But look at it. It's dynamic.
That's trippy, dude.
Yes, look at it. Yeah, Bro Jake.
Bro Jake Edwards.
There you go.
I know him. I work with him. I've met him.
And then what is the last one we're talking about?
Those are the Twitter apps. I also wanted to show you a few games because there's always cool games coming out.
Yep.
And got a good response from Cut the Rope. So I wanted to show you one by Disney that's very Cut the Rope-ish. Made by a little company called Disney.
Oh.
They're getting into the app thing now, yeah. And it's Where's My Water? and you're trying to help Swampy take a bath.
Okay.
You know, these things always sound so lame and boring, and then 3 hours later...
yeah, that's right.
You realize you've been up all night with it. And Swampy's still got his Christmas lights up.
Aw, Swampy.
How many different ways can you help Swampy take a shower?
What? Are we getting him water?
Well, I'm just wondering whether there's different, things you can do.
You can.
There's a golden setting.
So
you can use
the
that
idea is the water is up there at the top, and we're trying to direct it down to this broken pipe at the bottom.
Oh, poor Swampy.
See, what I love about these games, and like Fiona said, all of a sudden 3 hours go, but if you have kids, this teaches them things. It really does. It's intuitive.
I have to try and figure out what's the best way to get that water.
Rick.
Come on. Let's do it.
I want to get all those little duckies, too.
Oh, duckies. So this is like Pac-Man and Ghost with the duckies, hey? Look at you.
Yeah, Swampy.
Swampy is clean.
There you go, buddy.
And we've got one more game we're going to talk about.
Yeah, it's called Contre-jour, which is
en français.
It's a reference to a photography technique of shooting against the sun. It is also kind of cut the rope like, where you've got this little blob with an eye, and you're trying to get him to run through these little clusters of lights and finally into the last big light.
God, you gotta wonder what's going through people's heads when they come up with these games.
You do this by altering the terrain.
What?
There he
goes. Oh, I missed that light. But he'd made it safely home.
I know that the industry doesn't like to talk about this, but man, there must be a lot of stoners designing
Maybe
games.
one or two.
Really quickly as well, we want to congratulate you.
Oh,
I know it's a
thank you.
personal thing, but congratulate you and your fiancée.
Vanessa.
Congratulations.
We got engaged over Christmas. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Rick.
Really
If you want to
happy for you.
find out more about all the apps we've been talking about, you can go to Rick's website. We're going to take a break, and when we return, we've got more coming up for you right after this. Don't go away.
And next time Rick's here, it's wedding apps.
Yep.
So be prepared.